Oh, yeah.
Hi guys, I'm here with Chantel Roloffs, one of our incredible platinum leaders, and just going to do a little bit of an interview with her. Chantel, what made you want to build a doTERRA business?
Well, I guess it was you, Jessie. I didn't really know about doTERRA, but I'd been following you through your Heart Foundation work for a couple of years, and you were always a woman that very much impressed me with your integrity and your ethics and the way that you wanted to bring more information, more scientific information, less marketing information that the Heart Foundation was putting through to the public. So I knew that you really did your research on companies. And so when you started holding your essential oil classes, it really intrigued me. Why is this woman who is wanting, a very fierce social advocate, why is she aligning herself with essential oils? So that's what intrigued me and really brought me to understand what these oils are about a lot more. So I guess it's you, Jessie.
Awesome. And how has building a doTERRA business impacted your life?
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, have we got an hour more? Might take me, but I'm going to try to keep it really, really short. It basically, I wake up every day with incredible gratitude, joy, just, want to just jump out of bed with the kind of work that we do with doTERRA. So, so what doTERRA has brought to my life is a time freedom and a financial freedom. And also a personal freedom to really express myself. And I think that's the beauty about doTERRA, is that we can really inject our own authentic selves into the way that we want to create this business. There's no one way to create it. No one is ever going to be another Jessie Reimers. No one's going to be another Vanessa or Tara or anyone else. And the best thing you can do in this business is be truly yourself and bring all of you and your gifts that you've brought to this world, bring that into your business, and you can completely shape the business around that. So I think having a vehicle to be able to do that, and also to be able to mentor others into creating that opportunity for themselves, is a really wonderful thing that the doTERRA opportunity is able to provide us.
And financially, what has the doTERRA business been like for your family?
Oh, it's been amazing. So the doTERRA journey, like when you first start and understanding what the compensation plan is like, there's a massive potential to develop financial freedom. So when I started doTERRA, I'd only just started my life coaching business, and really, in the honest truth, my focus was on that still, just trying to get that up and running. I'd only been a life coach for 4 months, so I was really trying to create that business. And Anthony was the one, my husband, said, just stop focusing on that. Just give doTERRA a big go. You love this business, so forget that and just give your full focus to doTERRA. And then at that point, that's when I could invest myself fully into it, and I just went for it. And it was quite a sort of a rapid increase in income from there. Within about 6 months, I got to the goal from that point, at that decision point there, just to give up the life coaching business development. Within 6 months, I'd got to gold from that particular decision point. So the gold level gives you an income of, it's an average income of about 48,000. So, for me, wanting to work part-time and to be able to work around my kids and have that ability to be able to prioritize my values, which is to spend a lot of time around my kids and take them to school and events and, a lot of playtime, and being able to do that amongst working with my doTERRA business and creating that financial freedom amongst all my other family priorities. That was an amazing thing to be able to do.
Love it. And what is the big vision for you with your doTERRA journey?
That's an awesome question, Jessie. And truly, it keeps on changing. And I think that's the beautiful thing about doTERRA, is that this is not a job. Like, this is not something, no one's going to fire me. I'm not going to quit ever. So I have to keep redefining what this means for me. And I have to keep asking myself, why am I doing this? And that's changing. So when I first started with you, the financial and the time freedom was really important to me. And then it was changing more into empowering others and nourishing others with these oils, because for me, the way that I like to hold workshops so that other people can get to know these oils. I hold like kids emotion potion making classes or vibrant infused cooking classes or other make and take classes. And so to be able to create those spaces and provide that kind of space so that people can experience these oils in so many different aspects of their life, from emotional well-being to practical lifestyle and well-being support, to infusing their food with incredible flavour, but also the therapeutic qualities of these oils. So that's a big part of my why, is the nourishing of people. And then it was empowering people as well to not just enjoy the oils, to empower themselves with the oil's therapeutic qualities. And what I love about the doTERRA model is that it does teach the whole concept of self-responsibility and self-informed care. So being able to empower other people with that kind of thinking, so that they don't have to rush off to a chemist to go and get something over the counter, or they don't have to rush off to some sort of healthcare practitioner to solve a sniffle problem that their kids have got. They can actually have all of these solutions at their fingertips, and being able to be the one to introduce people to these oils, and not be the expert, not ever providing people, well, you've got this, take this, is not that kind of model at all. It's one that teaches people to be able to understand themselves, know the resources and the books and the other reference material at their fingertips, so that then they can make their own self-informed decisions. So I love that part of it. So that's a very empowering part. And then being able to work with people to empower them to create their own financial and time freedom with this kind of business model is just amazing. So that's what I love doing. And the big vision for the future, it's still unfolding. As you know, I also run a Women's Speak Circle, and I see that my work with women to be able to become more visible and not just stand up in front of a big group of people and just be able to present information off of a piece of paper, but actually like dive deep and align themselves with what their soul is craving to be able to express in this world. So they're coming from a very aligned, heart-centered space, which I love to witness people to be able to get into that space. And that runs beautifully parallel with what we do with doTERRA, which is very much another heart-centered business space, to be able to give people and women that ability to stand up and be incredibly visible with their gifts and what they need to express in this world, is something that doTERRA is all about. So yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment with it, Jessie, but I'm sure it's going to change again.
Love it. And if you could give one tip, what do you think is a really important thing to be able to do to be successful in doTERRA or in business in general? For people that are maybe starting out or considering building a doTERRA business, what do you think is important to focus on?
Oh gosh, I think it's going to be different for every single person, but I think it does take, it takes a lot of self-responsibility, and you do need to basically take the bull by the horns yourself. And so within this business, when you do create your doTERRA business, this is your business. So you need to find the resources that are going to support you the best to go forward, whether it be the training videos online. You've done an amazing amount of work in that space, Jessie, so people can tap into your incredible resource library of training materials. Or it could be finding people that really resonate with them, that they can bounce ideas off of. So often that's not going to be your upline or the people who introduce you to the oils. It might be meeting other people at different events that you can connect with and sort of grow and journey together with doTERRA. So I think you've just got to find the tribe that is of your vibe and that you can connect really well with. And I think a lot of personal reflection as well, just being able to assess yourself in a really honest way and think, well, I've done a lot of work in this area and I'm getting these results, but how can I up my game? How can I grow even more? So I think a lot of self-reflection and being honest with yourself to be able to move forward is a really big thing. Because as you know that everybody is going to grow at a very, very different rate. Everybody is on their own journey. And so it doesn't do you any good to be able to compare yourself with anybody or try to match somebody's journey in terms of time, and we've all got our own personal lessons to learn at every one of the ranks that we're at. So yeah, I think the best advice is to be very persistent. You're going to learn a lot of resilience in this kind of business. So many of us have never been in sales before, and so this is a whole new arena, and that's what we are. We are in sales within doTERRA, but for me, it doesn't feel like sales. It's the sharing. It's just this authentic sharing of these incredible little bottles that have power, like amazing power that you don't become aware of until you start using these oils in all facets of your life. So I think, for advice for new people is to understand that this is a journey. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. It pays to be persistent, resilient. And I've watched this wonderful TED Talk just recently. It was only 7 minutes, and she was a researcher on what makes a person successful, and it certainly wasn't IQ. It's not educational status. It's actually people's grittiness. So your grittiness to never ever give up, to be resilient, just to keep going with whatever life throws at you, whatever experiences you have. Think, I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to learn a lot about myself along the way. And I think there's some really good attributes to have moving forward with the doTERRA business.
Love it. Chantel is definitely one of my biggest teachers. I enrolled Chantel and I'm her upline, but I feel like I often learn more from her than she potentially does from me. And she recently gave me this 4 Agreements book as well. So that's my next move for personal development. I've got it sitting here ready to read, Chantel. So once
excellent, Jessie,
I'm going to open it and start reading it.
Great. Yes.
The only way you succeed in life is to not think about doing things, but actually take action and commit to the things you learn from other people. So I always appreciate learning and hearing from you, Chantel, and thank you for jumping on to do this interview, because I think it's going to empower a lot of people. So thank you.
Thank you, Jessie. Thanks for having me.